Hi guys, welcome to Skilled Home. Today's educational topic, I'll be sharing my sad experience that I acquired through my training career and the lesson I learned and will be happy to share with you. So lesson number one, I applied too many repetitions at the beginning. So I just came from sports and my mind was people can do what I can do. And like I was training one student, I apply very minimum weights and give huge number of repetition. And the result was severe muscle spasm. It leads to not stand straight to my student for around a week. The back was in huge spasm, he was needing to drink my relaxant, and those lessons give me lots of stress at the first time, but taught me that I should scale down, I should reduce amount of repetition, and I should do everything much more gradually. People are not ready as I am, so first lesson done. Second lesson, I'm not allowing my students to use pre-workouts. If you're tired, better not train. Or tell me, we'll modify the game, we'll make it very easy training or some recovery training as per your energy. So I had experience, my students came, he told me that he didn't sleep well, he was tired. I said, that's fine, get pre-workout, it will make you going. We had a boxing session, the floor was a little bit slippery, and what happened is, during normal practice, he slipped and torn his ACL ligament. Bad experience. I believe it happens. One of the reasons is he was tired, he didn't notice small hazards and just sleep. Imagine ACL tear, operation, recovery, 1 year it took for rehab. From those time, every time I ask student before the session, did you rest well? Do you have enough energy? And based on that, we build the program. Second lesson learned. Third lesson, in a lockdown with one of my very good students, we was training very intense, 6 days in a week, and we was reaching very good level of training. So I would say, okay, let me try to make program more interesting. So we start to introduce some complicated moves like muscle ups, like power cleans and everything. It was going well. However, I didn't know that my student was going through severe pain. He was not telling me. Actually, he was using painkillers and to perform the session. And what it leads to shoulder labrum tear, again, operation and recovery took him for around 8 months. Anyway, the third lesson taught me that not everyone needs to learn power cleans and muscle ups, especially in the older ages, like after 30, as it's required very good mobility, and actually there is much better exercises to make the body. So it taught me, okay, be selective in exercises, scale down if it's needed, and look on the people mobility. Fourth lesson, don't overload the sled on the track. So basically we had a very good session with one of my students. We was fully pumped and we started to load lots of weight on the sled. It was going well. Then we was pushing my student to the limit because we was all pumped up, and what happened is he was not ready for this weight. He did couple of push, leg was not properly aligned on the floor, and the Achilles tendon broke down just in my eyes. Very bad experience. And from those time, again, it took him 8 weeks of recovery, around a year of rehabilitation, and it taught me that, hey, no need to overload sled, be very selective. Sled you can do only for speed work with 1 or 2 plates. Don't want to repeat this experience anymore. Fifth mistake and lesson, basically we was practicing agility on the sand with one of my students, and her legs stuck in the sand while moving. So it led to foot fracture, and it took 4 months of recovery. Okay, it taught me, okay, be very careful in agility moves in the sand itself. You can do it with athletes, they know how to control their body, but general population might miss some small movement controls while doing the exercise, and it can lead to such a bad results. It taught me to remove the agility work for the general population on the sand and be very selective and careful in the sand moves. And of course, I got so many personal mistakes what I did over my training career. So basically, first one is always brace your core. I did one experiment back when I was 19. I was doing deadlift and I said, okay, let me relax my core, let's see what will happen. And actually, it happened immediately. I had huge back protrusion, and it took me, imagine, 1 year to recover. I was not able to put anything on my back heavier than empty bars. So thanks God, back extensions and lots of holds, planks helped me to get back on track. But from those time, I make sure that I'm bracing the core and make sure that all my students bracing the core, because I know the pain what I went through and how long it takes to recover. Second one is box jumps. Basically, none of my students doing box jump on the wooden box. Yes, we do jump on the soft box, but on the wooden, no. Obviously, I believe if you was jumping on the wooden box one time in your life, definitely you slip down. So I have experience. I did single leg jump on the wooden box and I just completely smashed my ankles. Not the best experience. Okay, it's manageable, but I don't want to repeat it on myself anymore, especially on my students. So if I want to jump, there is soft boxes for that. That's why we have in your skilled home full set of the soft boxes. Third lesson, always be in the moment. Basically, most of my strains, pulls, like micro injuries happening in the gym when I'm not in the moment. For example, I was thinking about my own stuff while doing exercises. That's where I strained my back, I did my shoulder, some, for example, strains, whatever. It's always happen when I'm not in the moment. When I'm in the moment, do exercise and all my mind performing, injury will never happen because attention in details and movement coordination will be on the best level. That's why I'm trying to preach to my students, I'm trying to preach to myself also, always be in the moment. Focus on exercise, nothing bad gonna happen. And last experience, let me share from this. When I've been in the school, I've been boxer, and actually it's mainly this message for boxers or athletes in the combat sports, because usually we sprain the ligaments and shoulder ligaments and all. So in my case, I sprained my elbow ligament and it's fine. I didn't pay attention to it, continued to train. Then after the training, I feel the elbow a little bit loose, but I didn't pay attention to it. I jump on the pull-up bar, I did pull up, and I ruptured my elbow ligament. It took me forever, which means I didn't recover till now. My hand is not bending till full extent. Painful experience, one of the reasons I quit boxing, because it's jabbing hand, and good to know. So that's why, you know, everything we tested on our own body. We have ample amount of bad stories. It's just few of them I noticed and want to share to you. We're trying to protect you from the same mistakes because it was years of pain, years of bad experiences. So now we're capable to protect you and protect ourselves and do our training more efficient.